What's going on today, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today I have one of the most popular releases from Pagani Design, and that is the PD 1644. Now you guys already know what this watch is paying homage to. I'm not going to get into that, but right now they're selling it during the sale for $60.99, and I think that is a ridiculously good deal. So is it too good to be true though? Let's go ahead and dive down and find out. Alright, so here's the box, and you get your guarantee card. Not signed. Typical Pagani. They usually don't sign them. You get your user manual. Get a little hang tag. A little screwdriver, because this does have screw links. And these are just my spare links that I removed. Dimensions on this watch. We have 39.3 millimeters on the bezel, but then 45 millimeters on the crown, or with the crown. I couldn't really get a good measurement from the actual case, or of the actual case. I'm assuming it's around 40, but I couldn't really tell you. But it is 11 millimeters thick. It's 47.6 millimeters lug to lug. But then if you measure from the end links, because this does have male end links, it measures 51.6. You have a 20 mil lug width. Bracelet tapers from 20 millimeters down to 15.5 at the clasp, and then back up to 17.5. All right, the specs on this watch. We have an all 316L stainless steel case, crown, pushers, case back, bracelet, and clasp. You have a ceramic bezel insert. Flat sapphire crystal with no anti-reflective coating, a Seiko VK63 Mecha Quartz hybrid movement, a screw-down crown, screw-down pushers, and 100 meters of water resistance. Price, here it is again, $60.99 during the sale. So if you don't buy this during the sale, I think it's going to be somewhere around the high 70s, maybe in the 80s, which is still a pretty good price for this watch. Still a very fair price, but $60.99 is pretty hard to beat, so take advantage during the sale. And if you don't buy it during this sale, you can always buy it during another sale. They do, I think, about 4 sales a year. So this particular model has a gloss black dial, and it's really well executed. The sub dials here are really clean. The cutouts are really clean, and you have this beautiful, like, brushed stainless steel with sort of like a ribbed effect. It looks really nice. And just as, like I said, very well executed. All the indices are applied. You have Pagani Design, the logo, their name, chronograph, and sport all printed below the 12, and then sport is in red, the rest is in white. You have Japan movement printed on either side of the 6 o'clock indice there. You have the date at 4:30, and unfortunately it's not color matched. I would have liked to see them color match that date wheel, but can't have everything. But yeah, it's like I said, just very nicely executed. Looks very similar to, of course, the watch that it takes inspiration from. The hands are very similar to that watch, and they did a nice job on those. Finishing isn't the greatest. It's hard to tell with this camera. I still need to get myself a macro lens, but you can really see how it does not have anti-reflective coating though, and that's definitely something I would have liked to see on here, but we say that with a lot of Paganis. All in all though, guys, I think this is a nice dial. I just think I would have liked to see them clean up the writing up here. I think that it's a little too much. They didn't need all that, and would have liked to see them color match the date wheel. Crystal on this watch is a flat sapphire crystal with no anti-reflective coating, and as I just said, it could definitely use some, but not the end of the world. It doesn't bother me all that much. Bezel is a ceramic tachometer bezel insert, and it's nicely done, but there are little spots, and I don't know if you can see this, but the top of the 0 here on the 400, there's like, it's almost like a little paint bled, and whereas there's another one that I saw up here on the 0 there. So yeah, little errors there, but not a big deal and not something you're going to notice on a day-to-day basis. Now that I pointed it out, you might, but it definitely is not going to bother me, and I don't think something like that would bother you for a $60 purchase, considering all that you're getting with this watch. Crown is a 6.7 inch signed crown, and it is a screw down crown. The pushers are both 5.2 inches, so they're all good size. The threading on all the screw down parts are just really smooth and really good, which is typical of Pagani. They usually have nice machining on their threads. So yeah, good job on that. Case shape and finishing. So your shape is going to be very similar to, again, the watch that this is inspired by, and the finishing is pretty good. I've seen better from Pagani design. Their polishing has definitely been better than this on certain models that they've put out, but it's not bad. It's definitely acceptable, especially again for the price. You can't complain too much. It looks good. I would have rather them did a brushed top surface here and not polished, but yeah, it doesn't look bad. It kind of gets away with it, but yeah, I would have liked to see brushed on top and also a fully brushed bracelet. I think that would have looked a lot better. But that's just my personal opinion. Some people may like this look. One thing I'll say about this case though is I do like how they kept it slim. At only 11 millimeters, it definitely helps to make this watch wear really nicely. Bracelet is all 316L stainless steel, and you have solid links and solid end links. And you have this Rolex style flip lock clasp. And yeah, there you go. You got a little diver's extension in here as well. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. See that? And it actually works pretty well. Some of these have been pretty stiff. This one, it's actually not bad at all. So, yeah, I got a good one. But it's a pretty decent bracelet. It does have screw pins. So, yeah, it's, you know, like I said, solid links, solid end links. You can't complain too much. It's a little rattly, but, you know, what are you going to do? 60 bucks. Case back is just a screw down case back with some information on there, and you got the Pagani design logo and the word sport again, which I don't know why they keep putting that on things. Movement in this watch is the Seiko VK63. The VK63 is a hybrid quartz movement that uses quartz technology for the main functions of the watch and a mechanical module for operating the chronograph. This is a great choice for a watch like this. You still get the sweep of the second hand when you're using the chronograph, you get the accuracy of plus or minus 10 seconds per month, and you get battery life of 3 to 5 years. So this is honestly by far one of my favorite movements for any budget watch. It's just a great budget movement. Lume, as you can see, is not great, and Pagani struggles with this, and I don't know why they haven't fixed this problem yet. I really think they need to go to using C3 Superluminova or BGW9, but they refuse to. So hopefully they'll get that straightened out, but to me it doesn't make that big of a deal on this kind of a watch at this kind of a price, but for some of you it might. Wrist shot. Today I'm rocking my custom watch, and guys, let me know. I asked in another video when I first showed this watch if you guys wanted to see me make a watch like this. Let me know down in the comments if you guys want to see that. I only got like 1 or 2 replies from that, so that's why I haven't done it yet, but if you guys want to see it, I'll show you. But I got it on this nice rubber strap from Seastern. This comes off of their 62 Mas Homage, and it's just a beautiful strap, and I really love it on this. So I actually bought a silicone strap for this, so it'll be here in a couple days. But for now, looks great. And here's that Pagani design PD 1644, and it wears really well. My wrist is 7 1/4 inches, and it fits me just perfectly. Some of you, because of those end links, if you have a smaller wrist, it might be a little too large, but I think you might still be able to get away with it, even with like a 6 1/2 inch wrist. But yeah, looks pretty good though. So pros and cons. Pros, the movement is definitely a pro. I love the VK63. I think it's, like I said, one of the best budget movements you can get. Definitely one of the best budget chronograph movements, if not the best. Price is definitely a pro at $60.99. I honestly think this is one of the best deals you can get on AliExpress right now. The specs of this watch are just crazy. It's loaded with specs. So again, I know I've said it like 100 times, but to get this watch loaded with these kind of specs, and you know, it looks as good as it does for $60.99. I think it's a no-brainer. Just, you know, throw one in your collection. Why not? You know, at that price, I would, and I did. I am seriously having a really hard time finding a reason for you guys not to pick one of these watches up during the sale. It's a solid watch with an already extremely popular design. It has specs for days, and it costs $60. Say what you want about Pagani, but there's clearly a pretty big market for watches like this, and they consistently deliver tons of value for your money. When their watches start to head towards $150, then I start to get skeptical. But their sub $100 watches are pretty fantastic for the most part, and this is definitely no exception. That's going to wrap it up today, guys, so remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and go ahead and hit that bell icon to be notified when I release a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching today, and remember to keep watching out.